afternoon, everyone. Happy Tuesday. I hope you're having a good start to your week. I don't know where you are located, but here we are setting records for extreme heat. So we're ready for fall, but it's not here quite yet. So hope everyone's week is going well. I can't believe we're already in September. It feels like this year is just flying by. So I wanted to jump on today as in September, I'm focusing on newborn sleep in my videos and my newsletter and blog post. That doesn't mean that I'm not covering other things or discussing with you or helping answer your questions, but this feels like lately I've had a lot of people reaching out to me, a lot of questions about newborn sleep, and I thought it's a great time to kind of give September the newborn sleep because so many families have had babies this summer or are gearing up for babies this fall. It seems like it's a big time of year for babies. So it's a good way for me to help you get those sleep foundations set in place early on. I am only going to give you a small amount of information every time I come live or when I'm sending you newsletters. I don't want to bombard you or overwhelm you with too much information at one time. Also, I want to keep these lives with important information and keep it short for you, as I know you all have lives and things to do as well. Always feel free to comment or ask a question during these, and I will get to it as I can. Sometimes it doesn't pop up until after my video for some reason. So if there's a question that pops up after I've ended the live, I'll be sure to answer that in the group for you. So let's just chat about some basics to start with. So if you have a newborn or you're expecting a newborn, this is for you. The first thing I want to talk about is what I use is called a Baby Connect app. Why is this important? So in the newborn days, you are going to be trying to keep up with a lot of information. They are constantly eating, constantly sleeping, constantly having dirty diapers, bowel movements, doctor appointments. All of that in the newborn stage is happening a lot and often. And we can't keep up with what's going on. I can't even remember sometimes what I have for breakfast. So this Baby Connect app, I've actually started using with my third child, who is now 2. And then I've been using it for the last 2 years as well with clients. And I have found that it is the best app to keep everything in one spot. You can share it with your husband. You can share it with your sitters. You can share the app. It's everything kept in real time. And I've used other apps before, and they were missing some features that I didn't love. So with my clients, we found over the years, this is the best app to use. So download it. Baby Connect app. You can get it on your phone or your computer, wherever you want, your iPad. And like I said, you can keep up with their sleep. You can keep up with doctor appointments. You can keep up with feedings. So then, especially when you go to doctor appointments, they're constantly asking you for things. And you can pull that app out and you can tell them what they need. The next thing I want to tell you about is hydrating yourself and giving yourself nutrients. In the newborn days, there's a lot going on. Our mind is very foggy. You've just given birth. When I'm talking about newborn days, I'm talking from 0 to 3 months. We consider that in the newborn phase. Or you also hear it as the 4th trimester as well. So there's a lot going on. Your hormones are changing daily. You've given birth to a human being. We are sleep deprived in those days because we're adjusting to our newborn who is now outside, taking in this outside life. So I remind you to hydrate and give yourself nutrients because if you're doing those things, then you're going to be able to care for your baby even more. And that's very important. These first few things I'm talking about help create this piece of the puzzle to complete it for you. So then we're able to work on healthy sleep foundations if we have all these other pieces put into place. Along with that, I tell you to ask for help and receive help. Again, the newborn stage is overwhelming. It's very exciting. There's a lot going on. We love that stage. There's so much to take in, but you need the help. Ask for the help. People want to help you. When they say, how can I help you? Tell them, I would love for you to come sit with the baby for an hour. I would love for you to do just some laundry. Could you just go to the store for me? Do those things. Ask your neighbor, your family members, your friends. Everybody wants to help. So remind yourself of that. Now, those are the important, simple things to do for yourself. So therefore, again, you're helping baby. I know I have 3 children of my own. I know it's not just as easy as sleep when the baby sleeps and life will be great, because you may have other children that you have to take care of. And I understand that. And that's why I really say ask for that help from others, especially if you have other children and you need them, just some help with them. It's really going to help you. So all of that goes together. So you're helping yourself, and now we can help baby in the newborn phase. The first thing I say to set up is called a simple time frame. Look at it in 2 12-hour increments. Look at from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., what is your baby doing? And from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m., what is your baby doing? Those 2 time frames will start to help us with the day and the night. Or it may be 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. Look at it in chunks. That's where the Baby Connect app comes in to help. You're setting a set wait time each day. So did your baby wait for the day to start the day at 7 a.m.? You can log that information. When did they eat? You can log that information. They were up for 15 minutes and now they're ready to nap, and they took an hour and a half nap. The newborn stage is spent sleeping, eating, pooping, repeat. They should be sleeping a large chunk of their day and night. That's what they're doing. They're growing. They need that sleep. A lot of times they can sleep anywhere at the newborn age because their sleep, newborn sleep, is much different than older baby sleep. So document that time frame. Look at it in 2 periods. That's where you can also start looking at, once you're approaching the evening hours, start setting up that bedtime routine. Yes, you can start that from the very beginning. Is it going to be a set schedule? Absolutely not. I don't use the word schedule when I'm referring to newborns, period. We talk about simple routines and simple habits that you want to start setting in place. So you want to start setting those simple routines in place for bedtime. They're not going to bathe for a few weeks. And then even when they do bathe, it's usually, several days go in between their bath. When you do start giving bath more often, everything after the bath is considered a part of the bedtime routine. So you may change their diaper, put on their PJs, swaddle them up, snuggle them, give some baby massage. At this age, baby massage is really great to help relax. Do some relaxing techniques with them just to help calm them for the evening, especially if your baby has colic or the witching hours. Anything you can do to kind of self-soothe them. But each and every night, keep that same consistency of sing a song, read a book. All those things are what lay some foundation. So as they get older, they will start to have that bedtime routine, and they'll be able to build on that. Now, newborns go to sleep usually later at night. That's how their body works in the newborn days. It's very normal to have a baby going to bed 8 to 9 p.m., even 9 to 10 p.m., and getting a longer chunk of sleep. It's very important in the newborn days that you're talking to your pediatrician as well. Some babies need to be woke every few hours, 2 to 3 hours during the night. Maybe they're underweight. Maybe they need to keep their birth weight or get back to their birth weight. Two of my children were that way, that I had to wake them every 2 to 3 hours for several weeks. And that's where it does get tiring on mom. And that's where you have to get dad or grandma or others to help you when you're having to do that. So talk to them about when they need to be woken, or how they need, when they need to eat in the night. That's always first and foremost. Once that there's the green light given and they're able to get longer chunks of sleep, and they're doing that, then let them do so. If we have what is called day-night confusion, we can see that last up until around 8 weeks of age. It's very normal. When you were pregnant with them, they were put to sleep by your movements, constantly moving in the day. That's what put them to sleep. When they come here into the world, they also don't have melatonin that's set into place. They don't get melatonin until later on. It can be anywhere between 8 and 10 weeks is usually, they say, sometimes where melatonin is starting to be produced in the body on its own. So that's another reason why we are having day-night confusion. Some things you can start to do to alleviate that is You want to, during the day, open your blinds. If they've just woken up to start their day, open your blinds, say good morning, use your loud voice, turn on some lights, turn off the sound machine. All that's very important to start helping them see the difference between daytime, nighttime. In the evening, you want to have soft lights, soft voices, a calming environment, soothing music, all of that for them to start seeing, okay, here's sleepy time, here's awake time. Their internal clock will begin to adjust to that, and it's going to be very important so you can start to work out some of that day-night confusion that may be taking place. The biggest thing that I want to end with on this series today is keeping it consistent from day one. You can implement simple habits, simple routines from day one. You must take care of yourself as well. That is one thing that I really push because I will tell you, I did not do a good job of that. I got better with each child, asking for help and understanding that the laundry could wait, the cleaning of the house can wait. All of these tasks that I thought had to and needed to be done immediately can be put on the back burner, especially when you have a newborn. I learned a lot with each child and I did get better, but I still didn't do what I needed to with the third. I thought I needed to conquer it all. And that kind of sets you up for going a bit crazy. And you can start to get overwhelmed real fast. So taking care of yourself, keep in place those simple habits and simple routines is very important. Get the Baby Connect app. That will save your sanity and your life so you can have documentation of what's happening each and every day. Start to set in place simple routines for the 2 time periods. For instance, 7 p.m. to 7 a.m., what's taking place in that time period, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., what's taking place in that time period. All those things are very important to remember so that we can start to lay some foundation. And how it works is, I say you're laying a foundation for the child. As they get older each month, they're going to be able to build on those foundations. They are the building blocks of sleep. If we're missing the first layer, you're missing the foundation of the house, it's going to be hard to build the rest of your house up. The same thing applies to sleep. If you're missing the foundations, the basics for sleep, as baby continues to get older, we won't be able to hit those milestones we need to be reaching when it comes to sleep. Again, thank you for joining me. I will be keeping these. I try to keep each live session within a 15-minute time frame because I know your time is valuable, and I wanted to start today with some of the basic foundations of sleep. On Thursday, I'm going to be coming live at the same time, 1:15 p.m. Central Standard Time, and I'm going to be talking Q&A, question and answers. Now, this Q&A is not just for newborns. This is for everyone. If you have a newborn, an in-betweener, a toddler, a preschooler, this is for you on Thursday. So feel free to join. But I will be taking your questions if you were watching this. I will be taking questions on there, and I'll be answering questions. So go ahead and get those questions in because, again, I'm going to, your time is valuable, so I'm going to try and keep it within that 10 to 15-minute range of answering all questions, and I'll get through as many as I can. So be sure and join me for the live. Let me know what questions you have. You can either send me a direct message. You can post it right in the group. Or if you want to email me, feel free to email me questions you have and would like me to go in further detail about on our Q&A on Thursday. Kelley, Kelley, at serenitysleepers.com. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you found the start of the basics of newborns important and gave you some helpful information to start with. I look forward to seeing you on Thursday. This link will be available after, so you can go in the group under videos and find this link and replay it if you missed it or missed some parts or need to want to share it with someone else. Again, if you have friends or family that are struggling in the sleep department or need some more support with sleep, be sure and send them to this group because this is where the main chunk of everything takes place, right here in this group. Thank you again. I look forward to chatting with you Thursday. Have a great rest of your day, and we will chat soon.